Let's try this. How is the audio levels? Are they good? Something decent like this? More? Higher? Maybe that's good. Cool. Today we're gonna start with a slightly different thing. So my window manager, this thing that comes up, gonna modify it just a tiny bit. I think I want to have like 3 equally sized columns. You can only see this one and what will be the next one. Yeah. I should probably come up with a way to kind of hide some windows, I realize. One second. Here. Cool. Oh, it doesn't work. Where's my OBS? There it is. Hello, Windick. I'm pretty good. I just went for a little walk, had a shower, and came back here and thought, now it's time. Hello, Zul. What is up? How you doing today? Cool. So somewhere in here, I have a class called App Switcher, and as you can tell, like oftentimes. This is a little bit wide, but sometimes I want the wide window, like for this when I'm doing stuff or when I'm doing like Blender. It's nice to have like a big old wide window. So what I do is I manually like reposition things. It's Friday, yeah, it sort of is. Tomorrow we're gonna celebrate the great country of Sweden. But what I've figured out is that I probably want to split it 3 ways instead. So we're going to do that. Yo, Spruce! What are you doing? So more or less I'm gonna remember what the... How can I get the size of... Is it like display server? Screen get size? Let's call it screen size instead. And then we can do like area width and set that to be divided by 3, and then we'll create this in some sort of way. Let's say we do it's easier to just do it like this, I guess. It's gonna need a little bit of... Oops. It's gonna need a little bit more. It needs a rect. I don't remember how to make this. It needs a rect 2i bounds. It doesn't really have a constructor, right? No. So it's sort of correct. But we gotta do it differently. So new screen area, and we want like app switcher and bounds for each of them. The first one is gonna be 0. Maybe it's easier. Like this. So we get one that starts here, and the next one should start at... No, that's not the right... Nah. Nah. This is not correct. That's correct. 3D Pac-Man Fallout's clothing. Yeah, it is a side quest. It's not the side quest. 3D Pac-Man. Do you work on window manager? Right now I'm doing that. Yes, Matrix. Hello, Syracuse. Let's see here. So what we want to do is say like left offset is the first one, and then we want the size to be area width, and the offset Y is going to be that, and this is correct. And then we're gonna do this, and we gotta do I, and the offset is gonna be 0 times area width. Maybe we rename this to like third. This is good. And then we duplicate this 2 times, and we can set like 1 times third, 2 times third, and width is always going to be the same. Why is there 0 here? That's Y offset. Yeah. Cool. So I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we'll see. Side quest during side. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Cool. So now we do get like 3 columns here instead, which is what I wanted. And we're just gonna press group, and the windows are gonna snap into place. And we're gonna, I guess, get some slight issues with the cropping of my screen, but I'll fix that. Yo, Memphis! What's up? So many people just dropping in right as I start. Welcome. Yeah, Matrix. I think this is pretty good. It could be so much better if I just spend a little bit of time. I actually tried. My buddy said, "Oh, I want to try that out," and we had quite a bit of a issue trying to get that working on his machine. I think I know how to do it now, but also like you configure it in C# and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Spawn camping. Yeah. So cool. So it's a good start. We just need to modify, because now my mouse is like missing a little bit there. So we go to, I guess, where would it be? Game capture shadow screen crop. Here it is. I just need to crop it the right way. How do I do that? So I can hold the right button and crop out like this. Then I just make sure it's good like that. I'm also trying out Arc browser. So because of the, I guess, can I open up share? Like open this in a new thing? Hello myself. Is this now correct? Seems to be close to correct. Just have to wait for it to update. I can see something. I don't see. Just a little bit too much. I hate so OBS. It's just really hard to get these things correctly set up here. I could calculate it if I could like set the how do I do it? Is it like transform and then edit transform or something? If I could like write it in? Yes. Crop left 61 pixels should be the correct one, and crop right should be a third out of how do you do this? So you say like I can do it in here. 2560 times 2 minus 61 divided by 3. That's 1686.3. That's how much I should crop from the right, I think. This is trippy. And now you need to go back there. You need to go here. Actually, you don't need to be here at all. How does that look? Can you see everything now? So put in that there. That looks almost perfect. Or perfect, actually. Pixel perfect. Let's see what's going on here. You took your bachelor degree last week. Yay! Finally, you're unemployed again. Welcome to freedom of, I don't know. Congrats. Hello, polynomy. How do you split up your name so you can say it? Is it polynomy or is it something else? I don't know. Yeah, that's awesome. So I think maybe there's still. Nah, that's pretty good. Let's keep it like this. So now I have this button where I can like drag windows between these different things. Luckily, I didn't have anything bad behind there. That's pretty good. Oh, sometimes I think if I pull too far in a direction, it might break. But polynom y. But oh, see, sometimes when I let go, it's just. But the thing that I want to do with this is to say that if I do this, but I drop it in the middle here, somewhere in like the center, it should maximize it across 2 areas. And I was just thinking, maybe that's not as easy as I thought it would be. Polynomy as in polyphony. Polynomy. Yeah. Polynominot. Polyglotti. So how would I would more or less just have to add additional screen areas, or like how do I do it? So interactive move is the thing, and I think I do like. No, interactive move is the thing I do with the keyboard. Here we go. Maximize window and area. Is this it? If I say like dragon window is null and maximize window not equals null. That's something else. Dragon window var area move window. Here I do a thing. Polynom nom nom. That's good. That's good. So here, if I said something like, so this happens first. This happens while dragging. While special dragging, I guess. And this is dragging window. Does it set maximize window here? No, it doesn't. This is something else. If I don't do this, what happens when I drag? Gotta restart. I don't think hot reload works for this for some reason. I should make everything in GD script instead. It'll just be better. I can press these buttons. Oh, I cannot. These buttons to drag it here. And then apparently it just works anyway. So how does that work? There's something with dragging windows. We got to see where that is used. Here, maximize window gets set to this in the new area. If I get rid of this then, new area and dragging window is null. Maximize window. Okay, so not that then. It should be like dragging window not equals null. Ah, if dragging window not equals null and I let go of the button. Can I do... No, I cannot do that. Come on. Take me to that. Here we go. So I need some logic to tell me if it should like be in like expand across multiple areas somehow. And I don't really have the mouse position here, so yeah, we'll figure something out. Let's start by doing it here, and then we'll refactor so we can get it. So this like tries to find the window or the area that has the mouse position in it, and then we can check like if it is closer to the left or to the right. Chicken to egg thing, yeah. Should we do something else? We should like enumerate different positions and have different rectangles for them, and then just pick the right rectangle. So we can use since my areas are hard coded right now, why not just do it using that, I guess. Hey, Polynomy! Thank you for the sub. Yeah, it's like triple because we just need to make like a VS Code be the made in Godot as well. So I could set up like different something like this. Rects. And we can just make it a list of or a dictionary. Wow, this seems not correct. I'm just thinking I can make a dictionary of X positions where I want to the rect that I want to expand into. I don't really need to make it every frame. Not that it matters, but we can put it here just for the locality of it. So what I want to say, like a range from to. So we do something like I think mouse position is an integer, yeah. So we can just do an int to an int, and we can actually name them to be like min and max. And that should map to a rect to I. And then we create those from each area. We do this probably like once when we create things, but for now we'll do it here. And then we'll try to, again, find the pair that has where the value Rect. We can't call it rect. Why don't we just do this? I want to add 3 different rects, really. The first rect should say the min should be area bounds dot if it's the first one, we just set it to be like 0, so it's fine. If it isn't, that is that. And then we got right, which is gonna be we're gonna need last as well. I think we can do like first here in C#. There's some good things with C# that you don't have in almost feels like I should just have made a for loop instead. So if it's the first, we do 0, and if it's the last, this one is gonna be like the maybe it doesn't matter. We just do position x plus area bound size x. Yeah, that's fine. We don't really need last. And then we're going to set these up to add 3 different areas. So the first one is going to be... Oh, this is another one where the first one is different, because I wanted to... Because I got my... what's it called? The Windows bar to the left here. So I guess if let's make the easy one first. So min and max for this will be left and right, but it should be some kind of border between them. So like var overlap or something. I don't really care what it is. I'll set it to 100 pixels or 150 pixels, whatever. Let's do 128 pixels. Sounds good. And then we said like the center one is gonna be left plus overlap, and then right minus overlap. And that's gonna be the full rect of this, which is gonna be sort of the thing that comes out here. So that should be area dot bounds, something like that. But bounds is not a rect2i. It is a rect2i, so it's fine. Cool. And then we want to add, like, if it's not the first one, then we want to add like the size plus the next. So let's do the next one. So if the other one we should be able to find is like it should start at right minus overlap and end at right, and that should be a bound that is sort of area bounds, but it is this plus the size of the next one. This should really be a for loop, shouldn't it? You know what we could do? This will be cleaner, I think. Yep, I want that, and then we don't need this. We can just say like if I equals 0, it is 0 instead of that thing, and then we can say like if area to the right is areas I plus 1, but only if I is less than area's length minus 1. That's when we want to add this potential. And we want to add this area here. And the bounds should be a little bit special because we need to say I think this is a struct, right? rect2i is a struct. Yes. Which means we can change it. So bound size sx is can you set bounds right directly? No. But width size x plus equals area right width size bounds. Come on. Size x? What? Oh, I'm dumb. Namaste. Yeah. We can't, of course. This should be a vector 2i, right? And then we say bound size is bounds size x plus this. So this, wait. And the height is gonna be size y. So it will work for this particular one. And then this should be center across to this and the left. No, the right. The next right area. Center across this area, and this is the right one. This is the, if I hold here on this side of the thing, it'll do the center on both sides, and if I do on this side, that's what I need to do now. So if it's not the first one, all right, this needs to be bounds, otherwise we won't know. Just bounds, yes. This means it needs to be larger than 0. Yes, and we pick out the left area, and then we say like the bounce is the size, and then we do like position is going to be the same as the area left position. I think bounce position. What the heck happened? Wow. I named my dog Coney. It's a Coney Chihuahua. I don't know how to feel about this. What are we coming to? Cool. So more or less this should work, and then we can find the rect. And this returns. Shouldn't this be? I don't know if this can be null. If we're not hitting anything, that's nice. Maybe we can't because... yeah. So this should be pair. Can pair be null? I don't think pair can be null because it's a tuple. No, it's a rect. What? Right. But can this be... what is default? It's a key value pair. Can we say something like has value? Can we just assume there's always going to be something in that? Probably not, because we might have weird configuration. But let's call this bound max area bounds. I thought when I... Can you name this to like bounce? No. So this is also wrong now, I realize, because this needs to be if pair key min and so on, mouse position, something like this. No, if the minimum let's do it the other way around. Can you? Mouse position X started equal to min and less than max. That should give us something, and that's the area bounds value. And now I can do area bounds like this. Okay, first try. Can we get this first try? Couldn't even compile first time. Expected here somewhere. I don't even see the error. What am I missing? Is it these? No. Open the problems view, maybe? No. Oh, I forgot some, or more likely Copilot forgot something. Cool. So now we can bring this up and we can move it like here. And if I hold it in the center, it will actually maximize over. So that was, except for that missing part, that was actually first try, and it's correct. But it doesn't continue to maximize in the right right space. I wonder, can we know if we're, when we're letting go, I sort of want to, refactor this part into a little function. Let's call this one like get maximize area, or maximize rect is better. So we just do that, and then we say like when we release the button, we have the thing wherever that was pressed. Come on, there's too many windows here. Can you not go away? And that one goes away as well. Call deferred, hide window, on mouse pressed, on released, if button, blah blah blah. No, that's not what we want. Where did that go then? If hook key released, here we go. On and drag window. The problem here is we don't have mouse position. But maybe we don't need to have that. We can get rid of this and we can get like this part here. Get maximize rect. And then we need to set the window size like we do here. But we need to get rid of all these things. Yeah, that should work, I think. Oh no. Yeah, I'm using GDScript normally, but when it comes to like my window manager, I actually use C# because it's much easier to integrate the Windows APIs from C# because there's a bunch of frameworks there. So, for example, one thing that I'm using is Vanara pinvoke and sharp hooks for the global keyboard events and stuff. Yeah. Labracadabra door. Oh, look at this is wrong too. Now we gotta change it. Come back. This needs to look like that. Close enough. Right, so as long as I'm using this button combination, I can now like maximize the thing in different places depending on how I feel about it. So if you saw my full screen, you would see this. Boom. This is the full width of my madness. So if I want to move my thing here, I can like start dragging it, pull it to the center of, or like to the left of the thing, or to the right of the thing, and then I maximize it. Or if I want it over there, there, or even over there and there. The question is, how does it look in here? It does seem to like think that it is here in this column. Work with this too. Like, yeah, I want you here, or I want you there. That's pretty good. However, it does seem to maybe there's a little bit of a thing where you can see it's not quite matching up. But if I do that, there is something called a shadow box for Windows, which I have in here somewhere. So we can use this thing instead, which, no? Yeah, actual rect. So it kind of does a thing. Let's see if we can find our way back to where we just changed things here. I think we have dragging windows, set size, area bounds. That should work better, I think. Restart. So it kind of works, but not for all the windows. So that's correct, and now that is correct, and now that is correct. Yeah, the around windows, there is these there are these shadow margins or something. I just wanted to show you how this works. So now I can like maximize over those. No, that didn't work. Oh, that did work. It just probably no. Sometimes it doesn't quite work. Is it because this get maximize rect uses the mouse position and the mouse position might have moved? This dictionary should probably not be generated every time, but who cares? What was it, or was it because something else is wrong here? Let's see. So if I hold on this side, it works. If I hold on slightly this side, it also works. But if I'm too quick, it sometimes doesn't work. What the? That's strange, isn't it? Oh, I wonder if this is the same problem I had before, where it kind of moved a window to a position I didn't intend. But anyway, I think this is good enough for our for the current. Only thing is this. What the heck happened now? Now everything is in the center. So if I'm grouping now, everything will go in there. No. Okay, we have Houston. We have one of those problems I've heard so much about. So now if I play the game here, it's gonna be not the quite right size. I just do this and then I release, and then it should work. So okay, going back to game dev for a second here, on this game dev channel, we have done a little bit of work on the graphics side of things. I'm still not super happy about where things are. We need to figure more things out, but I've done like a couple of good things that I think I'm pretty sure is gonna stay. The first one being like these outlines here. You can see like little white outlines, or depending on what it is on top of, it's just like multiplying the color. And those are using a simple shader. It just takes the depth and compares 4 points, and draws or like multiplies the color on those. So I thought I'd show you how that works. So This one actually doesn't use the compute shader approach that I use for Ocean Mirror. It's a totally different thing. See, now that it's easy to kind of move these around, I kind of want to make this bigger when I'm not caring about the other one. So it's really simple. Can we make this bigger? Yes. So inside of my camera, and this is not really needed, but I have this mesh here that's simply a 2x2 rectangle or a quad that the the vertex shader will position so that it is always like matching the size of the viewport, and it actually works in here. I can turn it on and off. You can see it does a little bit of like color correcting, which I think is not correct, but I kind of like the look. So we'll see how that works out. And then I calculate like how big is a pixel, and then I say 2 pixels is probably the right size for this outline here. And then I use those values to read the depth buffer in, and I think I just set it to be 3. I think I want it to be 4. I think that just affects whether or not you get an outline on this side. Doesn't matter. But it like takes a sample 1 or 2 pixels above, 2 pixels to the left, 2 pixels to the right, and so on. And then it does the average distance to this. And then I can use that value to calculate like if there is should be an outline there. So you can see like there's a little bit here, but mostly here because that's far away. And it also gives you, when you play the game later, a bit of a fade out towards things. And I can set up the some values here, like make it stronger or weaker or whatever. And there's also something like this can control sort of the thresholding of these. Maybe this actually I like. We don't need to have that many. 1.5 or something. Just so I don't get too many outlines. And then I fade it out over distance, so this is just the distance value. Right, so this reads the values as they are. And then to compensate for, I think it's like getting like non-linear values and spitting them out linearly, or the other way around. So you can actually like apply like a gamma curve to this. But then you gotta pre-scale it a bit, and it's not really matching up anyway, so I don't know really. I just picked something that looked okay. And then I figure out that if you take the screen color and the screen color times this outline value, you actually get like the a nice thing. It just like adds it. Another way of doing it would be to say mix between those two, or that and some value. But I think that this looks cool. It fits the vibe that I'm going for. And then you can see some stuff down here that I haven't really done anything with. But if I do this, we get this sort of I think it's got like there's something cool about this quantized look, how the shadows kind of move. But I think I'm leaving that effect for Ocean Mirror. I actually also made like another version of this, which doesn't do the quantization on the RGB channels, but on the like converting it into HSL instead. This is close to what I'm doing in Ocean Mirror now, but just with a bunch of like color correcting afterwards. I like this look too, but in the end, like, I think I'm fine with leaving this until the future. Maybe we'll do something with it, maybe we won't. It is nice to not have quantization for once. But yeah, so we've found like maybe the start of an art style. I actually made this boot food soup oop. Let me open up this, which is like a little doodle I did on top of a screenshot. So let's see if we can get this centered here. Nice. So it's more or less, put this in a, I took this and added a bunch of color correction and painted some on it, just to like get a starting point of like what do we want this to look like. I found a bunch of things, like maybe I want little, you know, like little railings or a little bit of overgrown grass, maybe a tree, maybe some foliage that sways in the wind. Different types of cubes could be cool, just to start the idea generation. This is not like the end goal, it's just like the first step on the way. Figured maybe some clouds could be good. So then I made like I got this far, which if you compare them, they're not like super similar, but they're okay, right? Here we go. So then my replay system works. So I think we're still sort of stuck in the what makes a good level thing, and I've been tweaking the algorithm a little bit, but I don't think I've ended up with something that is like obviously really good or anything like that. It just potentially passable, but not that good. It doesn't feel that good to just run through levels. You gotta sort of have the competition or the high score chasing kind of thing with you to enjoy this. So today I was thinking, why don't we just like put that problem to the side a little bit and see if we can figure out how to decorate this world a little bit more. And I don't know exactly, but like where to put railings could be a good start. Here I made like a little wedge or like a arch shape. So one idea would be to figure out where to place such things. And to do that, I was thinking we could maybe we can actually draw on top of this. Let's draw on top of this with like a bright yellow. So these are the world is made out of voxels, and then I combined the voxels into these like big cube shapes. But the voxels are roughly, I guess this is a 3, so it's probably like this. That's the size of each voxel. there's probably 2 on that side. Or this is 4 and that is 3. It doesn't really matter. The square blocks have a better look. Yeah. I think so too. Like the ones that get too stretched doesn't quite work. And I have some ideas how to handle that too. But one of the main issues is that, okay, I'm doing some color variation, but mostly it's the same shape repeated over and over again. I want to break that up, do something that works, and then we can later on we can figure out exactly how to generate the level. But either way we go, we want to have some sort of technique to decorate things. So I'm just taking it like one step at a time. So for example, I was thinking, let's say this is what could that be, 3x2 block or something? Whoa. Perspective. So it looks something like this, and there's like a voxel here, a voxel here, whatever. That's really ugly. But what I was thinking is that every voxel that has a that has an open friend, so like we don't have to care about anything that's inside of these big things. So everything that has one neighbor that is open is something that we care about. And even we could modify that thinking and say everything that is open that has a neighbor. Maybe I should draw that in a different color. Like this cube here has a neighbor below that is not open, like open, closed, whatever. So what we can do is get a list of all of these. Remember what each of these cubes has as neighbors on each side. And then we can use that when we're decorating. To say like this, for example, if I wanted to put in, so like I drew this little wedge shape here to kind of break up the blockiness. I can detect where that is by finding all the, let's draw them from the side, all the cubes that have like something above and below. Let's say they're like this from one side. It's easier in 2D, but it's almost like an auto tiling algorithm. So it should be open in the center and then have this kind of setup. I can just take every like neighbor voxel, and then I can filter them by anything that has this kind of setup. I could do it in 2 steps, like filter out anything that has something above but nothing below, and then one of the sides. For example, and then that could be a way to find like where to place this thing. The slight issue with this is like this is probably, like I said, 2 or 3 voxels deep. So if we have something that's, say, a corner that's something like this, and we can detect like this voxel here and this voxel here, I kind of have to make it spawn the same thing in both, which might be an issue, or the wedge thing just finds one and then extends it as far as it goes. So that would be one use of it. And also, like if I wanted to place grass somewhere, I can just check for sort of the same pattern, but everything, it only, in that case it would be like only below is set to true. And then I can like say, if it is in a corner where like one or more sides, if you think of this as a cube instead, it'd be like below it should be 1, and then you can, the more sides that are ones around it, like that one and that one, that makes it grow a little bit taller grass there. So it's like a little bit more grass in the corner. Potentially, like if it's a lot, then maybe we can put in like a little rock there, like something that's that would live in, like, for example, this little corner here, or here. You could also find places to put stairs. So for example, here would be a good place to put a stair. We just find something that has one of these patterns, and then we extend it to the left and right. Something like that. That's the main idea. I don't know how far we'll get today, but we'll start somewhere, I guess. For my sake, let's put this here in the center. Cool. So the first thing I think we should do is create a little debug. Actually, what we should do is probably move this over here on this side, and then bring back our friend the running game, and then we'll code over here. Cool. Is everything darker? I think I messed up the thing, but it doesn't matter. So let's figure out let's make a little data structure that keeps track of voxels that are next to things. We need like 2 containers that contain the same object. One is just a list of all of them, and one is an array that maps to the voxel positions. Is that what we want? Maybe. Let's start somewhere. Maybe we don't need that. Yeah, we need a way to get them from an XYZ thing. Oh, whatever. So we have this class drops descriptor. Let's have. This is the class called like deco voxel. As a decoration voxel, and it's gonna have like a voxel position that is a vector 3i, and it's gonna have a position, which is the world position. It's just a vector 3, and then it's gonna have like flags for what's open to the up, down, left, and right. Actually, could this have a reference to the voxels? Let's make it a little bit dumb like this. So it references. Actually, this one wouldn't know about a level generator, would it? Because it's declared inside of this. Let's see if we can level script deco. Extends ref counted. Class name deco voxel, and then this just goes like that. Yes, cool. And then if we have these things, then we can just get the voxels from the level generator, so that we can say like var open actually var t could be the type of this current one. It's an int, and we can just do like get, and that should return level generator get voxel position x, voxel position y, and voxel position z. Yeah, and then we can say like var open above, for example, and that is a bool, and that is sort of this. I have a little call it dx, dy, dz. It returns int. We just do sort of this, but we add the dx to that, dy. I'm tempted to just do this while I'm coding. dz. And then this could be a convenience, use the convenience get n to say 0, 1, 0. Now we probably could put that on one line, right? Get oh. And we need to do some error checking here, so we're not getting things outside. Maybe this should do that. Return -1 if we're outside. All good. So this needs to be equals 0. Otherwise it won't be correct. Like the one to the left will be -1 here. And then one to the right would be +1. And then would be like, should this be up and down instead? I got the forward and back. Forward 0, and then forward should be 1, I think, unless it's a camera, and then it's -1. Back -1. Now we get like these values, and we could cache them or do something with that. I don't think this is that slow, so voxels in XYZ are using a sparse octal tree. No, I'm just using an array. An array of ints. Cool. Then what? What else do we need? We need to fill this out. And I think what we can do is in our level generator add a list of these. So we have the int array voxels. It's called deco voxels, and then it should be a deco voxel array. And wherever we instantiate these voxels, we need to like make a, we copy this. for the sake of things. So this should return an int. We don't need the type. Why is this not liking this? It doesn't match. Oh. Get voxel index. And it's fine. Maybe use that. Cool. And then we're gonna fill this. This encase thing, I'm gonna remove. We're not gonna use that. It was just a thing that I had. Where is it declared? There. A little thing that I had to kind of encase everything with a box. But we'll not do that. We'll fill everything with 0 just to be sure. However, we can reuse the code for that with our deco thing. Deco voxels, resize. The same thing as here. No. Ooh. We don't need to resize that. We can just add to it, but it's going to be maybe in a different order then. So let's not do that. Let's do resize voxel count, and then we'll say like deco voxels get index. No, get voxel index X, Y, and Z. And in this case, we actually don't want it to be the border. Should be like this. We set that to deco voxel. And then we set this up. Yo, Acid Monkey. It is what it is. Time zones are a biatch. Deco voxel.level generator is self. Deco voxel dot voxel position is vector 3i x y z, and then in the position will be deco voxel dot. Do we not set offset like a little bit further down here? Voxel size and offset. Or was it above? Oh, offset is right here. So position should be sort of vector 3, but not vector 3i, times voxel size plus offset. I think it is plus offset, yes. So that sets up the positioning. So it creates a deco voxel for each of these positions. So we can query them by that. And then when we're going through, we can check if they exist. Yeah, I think I know how this is going to work out. After we're done, oh, stop. Yeah. After we are done, like, maybe before this, because this is sort of where we want things to happen. It is very much the same as drop position, so deco voxels. We need an array for this too, but that's just going to be the deco voxels list, I'm going to call it. It doesn't matter. Clear that out so it's empty. And then we're just gonna do like the visitor ones are the ones that are like filled in. So I want to check anything that has a direction. And I think directions doesn't include up and down, which is gonna be a problem. Let's call this one all directions. Why not? Like this. So we can say like if oh shit, our list can get it deco voxels get voxel index. Not sure why it doesn't highlight this for us. Px, Py, and Pz gives us a deco voxel, and if deco voxels list contains find. This seems slow to me. So it more or less goes through all of these and tries to find them, and only adds them once to this list, which is pretty cool. So now we can do something like, we have these drop positions here, and we got spawn bounce pads. I think we can get those out of there. Maybe we need this one just for the other code to be able to run. Let's see if it's kinda sort of janky. Why? Should I just... Here we go. So now everything spawns, but it doesn't really... it doesn't have the bounce pads or anything, so it's a start. Cool. So now we can see if I can remember to use this like this. Whoa! Look at that size there. Can this be like maximized? That's nice. Except now my head is all the way to the side. Let's see what happens if we take all these that we found and just instantiate a little cube on each of those positions. See what happens. Do we have a little cube? Ah, it's fast. It's fast. Let's just do like var cube mesh equals cube mesh. No. Box mesh. New. It'll be like a smaller one. And we create like a mesh instance. Yo, Itrim, good morning. Have you overslept, potentially? Add the box mesh, and then add a child that is the mesh instance. Oh, the position mesh instance. This is just for debugging. Position equals dv position. Also, we don't want the insides of these, so we can just say deco voxel dot t type. I probably should write that out. Is 0. Cool. Let's see if this works. Took a bit of a half nap. Okay. I don't see anything. It feels like it's slower, so I think it does something, but what? Is this happening? No, wait, there is an error here. This is ref counted. Print less text, okay. We will. Let's see if anything gets added. Clear this out, reload. So, it doesn't seem like anything ever gets here. So T, my question is the voxel position wrong, or well, it should work. That returns yeah, I don't know what that is about. Unfortunately, my bit more greedy feeling. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I did this little paint over of shit yesterday. Kind of inspired the look. It's not great, but it's something. What do we want to do with this? Create the voxels. Creates them. It sets them. That should work. And then we clear the list of deco voxels. And then we try to get the voxel index of plus D. It's called PD. Should work. So we do PD, PD, and PD. And then this guy, I could put it over there just for the sake of it. Ooh, No, that was not much slower. Did it still not print anything? It did print a lot now, so I guess that's what slows it down, printing. Ocean scrap field. Oh, contain. Dude, that would look cool, wouldn't it? Like some of these boxes could be shipping containers. It could be pretty cool. Like caravans or whatever. Have you seen the towers in like Ready Player One where they have like stuff like that? Could be cool. Either way. So now we're actually getting voxels, but we don't see them. So what are we doing wrong? We create the mesh instance, we create the mesh, and we set the position to this, and we add the child mesh instance. We don't do this. Does it error out because... Oh, I don't know. Is the position wrong then? It must be. This seems correct. Are they like offset to some side? No? What? Sidequest? What is this? I'm trying out Arc Browser, by the way. Caravan Town. Oh. I can show you this briefly. This is pretty cute. I see what you're saying. This is like exactly what I had in mind when you said what you said. Looks cool. Cool idea. But why isn't this working? Why is the position wrong or... Because these get added. See, this is strange. Do I clear it? I clear it above here. Pushed to the wrong list. There we go. Now we get a bunch of these like things that indicate things to us. It's pretty good. It's definitely like slower to do this because it's creating them all. Oh wait, it's probably that it's printing. Don't print the positions. We don't need that. That felt faster, didn't it? No, it's still like making it quite a bit slower. Is it because I'm instantiating things? Or is it because it is the exact same time? Okay, cool. But now we sort of have what we need. Frame rate? Hello? Sometimes it just doesn't want a frame rate. Yeah, now it's stuck in like we don't have frame rate. Maybe I need to kill Photoshop. Yeah, sure, whatever. Hello, Nansim. What's up? Debug fly mode. I thought about this in the shower before. Oh, look now how fast it is. But now we have all these positions. That we can use to place things on. So for example, I don't want to get hit by a window. A wind. Kill Photoshop for good, yeah. Yeah, all these positions are interesting to us in some kind of way. So if we wanted to find all the positions that we can spawn orbs on, we can just say like this is how we're gonna test this. We don't really need to make this because I know these exist now and they're in reasonable places. So we can say like place the player, sure, whatever. Let's do the orb. Place orbs, and we want to place this many orbs, and we can create like var orb position candidates, and we just make like decovoxel lists filter, and then we do func dv for decovoxel, and then we figure out why we want to include them. So we say like if dv dot not dv open down, that should give us a list of all the positions where the thing is. I realize maybe one thing that we might want to change with this. Maybe we want to include the things that are inside of here, because then we can more easily do one further query that I want to do. But let's start here. So orb position candidates. We create like a new list of those. And then instead of possible orb locations, which we don't have to calculate specifically, we just do this instead. Why do you not like this? Because this is not a position. I think that should work. No, it doesn't know what this is because this is not array decovoxel. There we go. Yo, Widgeler, what's up? So in some way, this just worked now, like. Which is pretty nice. It does feel a little bit slower than what it used to. I can live with that. We probably also want to not regenerate every time we like restart or stuff like that in the future. We'll get there. So now it places those only on the places where we want them to be placed, which is pretty nice. But I think what we want to do is actually yeah, we also probably want to like take this list and remove anything that's too close. We don't need to do that anymore. We can just say like orb position candidates equals, and the same kind of thing as before. Orb position candidates filter Funk, DV, return. If the distance between DV and orb position, not sure why it doesn't pick this up, but oh wait, we didn't specify that this is deco voxel. Distance to orb position is less than some value. Like, we don't want them to be closer than 5. Actually, keep all of them that are further away than 5, and then so now we shouldn't see orbs that are too close to each other, if that is something that we want. This is probably 5 meters right here. Try another one. Pretty cool. I like it. What can we do now? We need something more to drink. 1 second. Cool. So let's see here. We figured that out. That's a way of using it. But I think one thing that we want is to always add the current visited also to this list. We'll do more or less this, but only PX, not PD. Cool. So now we'll, if we just run it now, it might be that we get things inside of here. Oh, it might be, let's do this. It's a little bit annoying. I guess we actually have to search for these so that these are not in the list. Should we call this one Deco Voxel P? For clarity, so because of the way this loop is set up, it might be that we have already processed and added one of these. So if we do this, we're gonna see like little balls poking out of the ground, I assume. Or maybe they're too far into the ground. We don't see them. I guess they're not there. Okay. So, possible orb locations. Oh, they need to be further from the player's start position too. Let's add this to the little function here. So the things that I want is dv.t for type equals, we want them to be actually filled in now, and open up. Yeah. Then we need another one of those. Why not like this? Do you want that to be there for some reason? Okay. I can live with that. So now it should be the same, but now if we do, we shouldn't see any. They should all be inside, right? Yeah. All of them are like in here somewhere. I don't think it errored out, but maybe it did. Don't think it did. So now we need to position them plus vector 3 up times voxel size. And now we should see them again. Yay, look at that. Cool. I want to add a little bit of another syntactic sugar sort of thing to this, which is to just get up, down, left, and right, forward, and so on. Instead of open, we'll just be able to get like the deco voxel by doing this. No, get n will get us the type. Let's get a new one, dv, which is yeah, it feels like I'm mixing modalities here a little bit. But that's fine for now, but it's going to be annoying. This should return a deco voxel. Right, you go away. Go away. I want to get the DV instead, and this is going to be the neighbor. You do the if we just do this, it's not going to work. We got to have the voxel position part 2. Which means it should probably have been dx and dy and dz. Can this not be like on a separate rows? Here we go. So now we can get DV, we can get the neighbors, and then use the neighbors functions to get these. And we know they're gonna exist. I think what we want to do is also like take this and call it type instead. Can we do that? Just gotta change in a few places. Type. Oh, I actually. Oh wait, we do dvt. Only in one place. Okay. Am I getting a package? Is it a neighbor getting a package? We'll see. I did order something that I'm excited about, so maybe. That doesn't look like it's for me. I'm nosy. Unsure. And it was from my neighbor. Cool. This still works. So one thing that I want with this is to not have orbs spawn this close to the edge. So we can, with a little bit of luck, add to this list and remember, now we're comparing the voxel inside of the ground, and we want to make sure the type of left is not 0. And then we can stack left, right, forward and back. Stop. And then really what we want is dv.up, left, right, and so on. But maybe we don't need to, like, yeah. Now we should see no orbs close to edges. Do we want, like the one that was in this corner here, do we really want that? Potentially no. In before implementing that fly cam we talked about, I think that would make a lot of sense. So this one is a tricky one because this one is next to a corner, and those we don't check. Do we want that? I don't know. Here's one that has a open above, but then above is closed. Maybe we don't want that either. I don't know. Generate another. I think this is pretty good. It is better. We can do the other ones by saying like so forward dot left and forward dot right and forward back, right? So this becomes a little bit easier to kind of read this than the different like offsets and stuff, I think, at least. I don't know. Glassbill, yeah. So we should now not see anything. That's too close to an edge. This one is actually... yeah. No, I think this is fine. This is doing what I'm telling it to do. So I believe we are in a good place. Yeah, you should get off-brand sandwiches from like whatever it's called. Sweet. This works. Let's say we wanted to... I think what we should be doing is probably like use one level as a reference. Let's go to configurator and daily seed it. And then we can try to find things on this level that we want to plug or not. So here, for example, do we want these to be right next to this wall? Wouldn't it be better if they were one step out? Which unfortunately brings us to like duplicating all of this, wherever it is here, and adding like dv dot up. I gotta head to the store. Yeah. And we want these to be cleared like that. And now we shouldn't see. These now everything is like a little bit more centered. We don't get something in that corner, for example. We no longer get that thing close there. Wherever it was. Where's that thing? Yeah, this one is now like one step removed from that point. Good. What do you think is the slow part here? Like we could cache all of these values. So it doesn't have to do all the array lookups. It's just like has the values already. These might still be a little bit slow. But we can actually do all of this cached if we do it at the right time. But I wonder if it, because do we have to do it all of the objects in the voxel deco voxel list we can do the update for, but then if you ask a neighbor of those for info, that's not going to be cached. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think these would probably be fine, because they're not referencing the neighbor. Because it's starting to take a little bit too long for what it does to generate this level. Like I press and then it stops or starts. It's not that bad, but it is suboptimal, I guess. Okay. Yeah, we can optimize this later. I just don't want to tank iteration speed for this too much. Here, I guess I could don't have to get there. I can just do like open above or whatever instead, but and open left, this could say, instead of type. That might be more performant when we cache the values later. How are you so comfortable not working on your main game? I need a break, man. But I'm not. I am actually not that comfortable. It's something that bothers me. And it bothers me mostly because I feel like this and the level editor that I made for Ocean Mirror, or that I started for Ocean Mirror, are me procrastinating figuring out what the game should be. And I would rather just like be done with that project and then start the next one. But at this point, it's like... I don't know. Oh, my kid is coming home. I gotta go meet him at the door. 1 second. det. Nej, det får man inte göra. Ja. Tänk på att den sitter med sådär. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. It takes a little bit of time to get here. Hey, Brett! I know you. What did I saw you on Twitter working on something cool? I think you said you were working. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but you were working on something. Pretty sure I saw you. Yes, this is running in Godot, and this is have a recording thing. That's why I could play while I'm not here. No. Fell down. Why is the camera so strange? $12? There we go. Transpiler for game tutorials? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing you up with someone. No, I think I saw your name. Anyway, so we're making a thing that can decorate this, and the only thing we have used it for is the orb placement, which we already had. So this thing does not need to be there anymore. We can use the same kind of logic for player start positions. Vad är det? Okej, jag ska hjälpa dig. Eller ja, du kan väl bara slå igång TVn, eller? Tryck på huset bara. Can we maybe... Whoa, that's a lot of things. 1 second, I just gotta help the kid. So we got a Samsung TV and they updated some policies and that was blocking Netflix. So kid wasn't happy. Anyway. Where were we? Right. Player positions, doing it the same way. Here we're like adding to these two things. What up? I don't think we need any of this. We can get rid of that. That'll speed things up a little bit. Den flyger nog ut. Du kan öppna balkongdörren och så flyger den ut där. There's a wasp. 1 second. Yeah. Wasp. We are Satan's people. Very good. Good times. For sure. Cool. So this is gonna be also replaced by this and this. But Hugo, du har inte stängt frysen, va? So now we do a similar thing where we say like player position candidates, and I don't think we need that part there. That's fine if it's next to something. Actually, it would be pretty nice if it was like this. It's the same, just a little bit inside. So maybe this needs to go into like some kind of other list. So we don't have to do the same thing multiple times. So with any luck, it should now work. Looks very cool. Do you have some cool algo to make the blocks fit into each other versus just intersecting? Yes, so it's not cool, but it is like a greedy algorithm where it kind of takes a box that is just like one voxel, and it tries to like expand it. And if it's expanding into either something that has already been expanded into or into thin air, then it just stops in that direction, removes that direction from the list, and tries another direction. So that's why it works like it does. And there are some limits too. Yeah, it is cool, but I think we're approaching a place where it's not enough to kind of make this look cool. One idea I'm having is to actually not spawn the top surfaces and just have these for the like walls and stuff, and the top surfaces will be some other way of maybe spawning like planks or something like that. Each grid position is the smallest possible cube. Yes, and then we just like expand them, but they're simply scaled meshes right now, which is very visible when things get like this guy doesn't look quite right because it's too stretched. But I could make it like that, and I think that's a pretty good, like have a max size, max where the aspect ratio of left, right, up, down can't be too much. If it stretches like this guy just like a really long one. Maybe that's not good. But it seems like it's placing the player at some position here at least. It might be that I have actually set the player position to be somewhere. Yeah, that works. Cool. Lego brick hell. Yeah, I know what you mean. Next up would be to figure out a way to place things specifically against, like here it would be nice to have a stair, or up in that little thing here it could be cool to have like a little, maybe like a wedge there and a wedge there. So maybe what we should do is like set up a little what should we call it, like a little debug thing that puts little cubes where we think the algorithm matches. Did I remove or just this one is more or less what I want. So here somewhere we wanted to place things in the right position that we figure out. So we will do something like this. Test voxels or something. And this is what we'll use here. This should show us all the positions where the player could be placed. Except it needs to be above that for this to work. Actually, if we do that, it should work. It should be like on the, yeah. We can see all the positions where we could have placed a player. It seems to be very correct, I think. It looks good. Yeah. Oh, we might also want so we had these jump pads before. We can re-add them if we want to, but it has like a little bit too much code in here for this to be nice. We would have to uncomment that and uncomment this. That's not gonna work because these don't exist anymore. Damn it, I thought we could just show them off. Right, oh, we can just get rid of that, I guess, because that's only gonna... Let's try again. Maybe there's still some error. No. Well... Maybe there's a bit of a problem here. Can we somehow get out of this? We're just a little bit unlucky with our starting position. Fly cam would be great. Can we implement that really quick? Player. Demaximize that. We can't have you flicker like that. That's gonna drive me nuts. Let's add a fly ability to the player. Flyer. Abilities. Create new. Script. Fly. Ability. Let me check how we set this up. Fly ability. When the fly ability is active, we can move in any direction without falling. I think that's the idea. So we can set up the level configurator to have the fly ability. If we had one, fly. Configurator, fly ability, dick. So like hold right click to fly. That's the idea. It also needs to go into the array of abilities here. Wait, there. Cool. So the only thing we need in this is like override the process function. And say let's go get from movement player.movement.movement, I guess. It's gonna be it's not quite what I want. It's almost correct. So let's just borrow it from here. So instead of player bases X and Z, we're gonna do player camera control camera global basis X and basis Z. But I think this one should be it's probably inverted already. Cool. And then we just want to move the player. So player dot global position plus equals fly speed equals 20 or something, I don't know, plus equals movement times speed times delta, but delta should now have that. And also if we're not holding or not input dot is action pressed action name. A little bit of luck. Like we're gonna get stuck here, but now we can move, except not quite. It didn't work. We need to do something with this. We're falling much faster, but if we're flying, oh, also copier. Cool. I think this should work, but we're still gonna fall. And I think what we can do is set gravity to, I don't know. Now we can actually like do the fly cam thing when we hold right click. As soon as we let go, we can kind of start falling down again. it's not the best because I kind of want to be able to stay up here without, like, if I tab away to another window now, I'm just gonna fall down. But it is a quick way of getting that thing. So now we can set our start position here instead, and when we get here, I can do that. Cool. Set the start position here. That seems like a good idea. I don't know what we got stuck on there. Was there there's a bounce pad over here. You know what we should do? We should change this into something else. We toggle is flying equals not is flying. We do that instead. So we toggle it. So I can like click, now we're flying, and then we click again to drop down. That's much easier to work with. It's a toggle. I could make it a toggle. Yeah, I should have checked chat. What are you saying? Trying to place as mesh in the world with very limited success. Trigger to get the best of both worlds. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be that. It's kind of a small world, so that's a good starter. That helps. Yeah. So we want to place these bounce pads at good places, like. And the way we have figured these out before is we found like the outer ledges. Let's see if we can do this. Monkey. We will find an outer ledge like this one and check if there's something below it. That should be pretty easy, and then we can add that to like what was called like a drop descriptor. We're falling very slowly because we're yeah. Oh shit, I think I need to actually stop. I didn't realize what time it was. I had to make food for the kid. I don't think we should start this. But we laid the groundwork for something, which is cool. And we have flight mode enabled. Yeah, you kind of forget. Let's actually let's stop it right there. So Arc browser, where are you? There. Oh, that's playing back some YouTube video. Hope that wasn't. Let's go to twitch.tv/software and game development. And I should be able to do this. Jackie is online. Cakes is online. Captain Coder. Getting quite a few who get a little bit more viewers than others. I used to be in the top. But now I see some new names here. That's cool, I guess. I gotta step up my game. Probably start streaming a little bit earlier. Get rated more. Minecraft and Jai. This seems pretty sweet. And slightly related, isn't it? So I'll take you all over to Cakes. Thank you, Milestone. Yeah, it's rough all around. It'll be fine. But yeah, be nice to Cakes. Please wishlist our game. Please also subscribe, follow, do all that stuff. They have raised the monthly fee on Twitch, so maybe that's a motivator for you to start. There's also coffee if you don't want to give money to Jeff Bezos. If you want to help out, that's okay. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Be nice. Wishlist Ocean Mirror. Be nice to Cakes. And yeah. Swish could be a thing. Maybe. I don't know. I think I got to set up a company Swish for that. Anyway, hugs. Take it easy. Bye.